What's up, Leo? How are you guys doing? This is your August 2023 main monthly reading. By the way, happy birthday to my Leos. I like Leo season, man. Yeah, I like it. I like that energy. It's a good balance to me being an Aquarius. You know, that opposite energy, because Leo and Aquarius are opposites. It's like a full spectrum energy. It helps balance me back out, So, all right. For those of you who would like to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. All of my personal reading options are available and open now. And yeah, okay. Also, don't forget my courses in my School of Self-Mastery. I have a new one coming up very, very, very soon. But my latest one, Aligning with Your Life's Purpose, that's been getting a pretty positive response. It's only $8, man. I find it very important information because I get that question all the time. How do I find my life's purpose? And with a simple shift in perspective and understanding, it's easy to align with your life's purpose. So all of that is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that's in the description of this video. All righty, let's jump into this. We're going to start this off with a past, present, future, primarily focused on the past, primarily. If something important comes up for the future, I will definitely let you know, but that's not the primary focus of this first spread. Past, present, future. I'm not feeling this deck. Hang on. How about this one? Kinda. Not really. Hang on, y'all. Sorry. How about this one? Okay. There we go. All right. Past, present, future for Leo. Past, present, future. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, the Four of Cups. Okay. Hang on. Not speaking on that yet. Okay, last shuffle. There we go. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Okay, hang on. We got to grab this super sticker here. Who's that? T Yellow Dragon. Is that how you say that? It's a big long name there. Thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. This is weird. This is strange. So in the past, this is looking like you connected with somebody that wasn't 100% invested on this connection. Not 100%. Not really. I'm honestly, if we want to go all the way back to when you all first connected, it's honestly looking to me kind of like you connected with somebody while they were still in love with somebody else. I see that come through a lot. But that's what this is looking like here. And I don't think they were 100% invested. Fool card reverse, Nine of Cups. They weren't all in. And I'm trying to think if I've ever met a Leo that's like not like you. So I don't think that's your energy. I don't think so. I mean, when you get into something, you in it, ain't you? Now, every Leo I've ever met in my life is just like balls deep and fucking in it, We're doing this fucking thing. And yeah, so I don't think that's your energy. This definitely looks like it's probably the person that you're dealing with in the past that wasn't all in it. They weren't 100% invested in this. They didn't I kind of feel like they may not have even wanted to jump into this, which then begs the question, then what the fuck, what was the point? Well, let me just tiptoe into this relationship and let me just see, maybe. No, fuck that. We're either doing this or we're not, So anyway, could have been an Aries for some of you. Also, I have Taurus here creeping up into the present moment. It's looking like you're detaching yourself from this currently. For some of you, there could possibly be a third party involved. But it looks to me, with this Queen of Swords energy here in the present moment, looks like you're doing the best you can to just detach yourself from it. Wash your hands clean. Done, over with, let go of it, move on. Let me clarify the present moment here. This is this looming, lingering something heavy here that's not showing, but I can feel it. Lover's card. What came out with it? 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's still a really strong connection here. You're just choosing to ignore it, aren't you? I ain't mad at you. Could be a Gemini for some of you. Choosing to ignore it. A really strong connection here, though. You still feel very strongly connected to this person, but you're just ignoring it, pretending that it never happened. Hey, that's cool. Creeping up into the future, though, like the longer you stay in this energy, honestly, creeping up into the future, you're starting to like kick yourself in the ass for it. Now, for those of you interested in reconciliation, I'm not seeing that energy coming up. But I'm really honestly seeing you the more time goes on. Rather than healing, you're kind of falling off the deep end and beating yourself up and kicking yourself in the ass for it. Like, for example, when you're riding down the road and this person's favorite song comes on the radio, the first thing you do as soon as their memory pops up in your mind is you start kicking yourself in the ass for it. That negative self-talk, you know? Oh, there might be communication. Might end up being a conversation between the two of you. Because I think currently right now, this person's giving you the silent treatment. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. How's this person feel about Leo? Person from the past. How's the person from the past feel about Leo? Justice. That kind of feels, I don't know, if you look at this Justice card here, just look at that. That is probably, honestly, I never even realized this, but with this deck here, the Wizard Tarot, this is probably the best depiction of that Justice energy that I've ever seen in a tarot deck. Very cold and dry, emotionless, just very, very cold and dry and emotionless and blah. So it's almost kind of looking like this person might not really have any feelings at all, honestly. Almost like this. What this feels like is it's done, it's done. What's done is done. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And nothing in between and whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's a fart in the wind. That's what this is, the fart in the wind card. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, they're pretending this never happened. That's what they're doing. They're lying to themselves. Oh. Well, I mean, look. So, you know that you have the ability to program your brain to do anything that you want. And if you tell yourself a lie long enough, you will start to believe it. Hang on a second. Let me check something. Okay. Had to make sure the sound didn't go out. Okay. If you tell yourself a lie enough times, you'll start to believe it. And that's just the way our brain works. Now, you can utilize that to do good things, or you can utilize that to do bad things. It looks like this person is utilizing that to lie to themselves, forget that this ever happened, and just pretend that you don't exist. That's what it looks like to me. Ah, see, there's that Leo card in the reverse. 8 of Swords, though, dude. 8 of Swords. They're pretending this never happened, hiding their emotions. At the deepest level, though, and when I say at the deepest level, I'm talking the deepest pit of the subconscious mind that most humans don't dig to this level. Now, those of us on a spiritual path, we make it a point to dig as deep as we can. But your average person, your average Joe Blow or Jane Blaine out there who just doesn't fucking, just, you know, people just operating on matrix programming, they don't dig this fucking deep. So they're not consciously aware of it. But at the deepest level, they're embarrassed. At the deepest level. That's why they're lying to themselves. They're embarrassed. Let's jump straight into the advice on this, because with somebody who's living in that level of self-delusion, it doesn't look like there's going to be any action happening with this situation. Let's see. What's the advice? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, you ain't. Okay. Damn it. I haven't given this advice in a while. My OG followers may have heard me say this back in the day, but I haven't touched on this in a while. So this is mainly for the new faces. Whenever something happens to you, you are the one who gets to decide why that happened. You know, people like me and people who do what I do, we are constantly asked questions, something to the effect of, what was I supposed to learn? And it's like, dude, quit giving your power away like that. You decide what you're supposed to learn. You got to tap in and trust your power. I would like to invite you to rearrange your perception of this experience. I was just telling a client this morning, as a matter of fact. Matt, let me paint up a picture for you. Okay. Once upon a time, there was this dude who worked at a factory on the other end of town from where he lived. And every day on his ride to work, he would stop at this coffee shop. And it was a rough end of town that he knew deep down inside he probably shouldn't be messing around in. But, you know, he went to high school with the cashier at the coffee shop. They make the best fucking caramel macchiatos, and he goes in every morning to get a caramel macchiato before work. Well, one day, he's walking back to his car with his caramel macchiato, and he has a gun up to his head. He's being robbed. Okay. Well, he shits his pants. Okay. This traumatized the hell out of him. He says, you know what? I'm never going back to that coffee shop ever again. Fuck that place. I knew deep down that I shouldn't be fucking around in that end of town. Okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll just get my caramel macchiatos from Starbucks. Fuck it. There's one right next to my work anyways. So he starts a new routine. He starts going into Starbucks every day. Fast forward about 6 months. He's standing in line at Starbucks. Somebody starts chopping up with him in line, and they get to talking. And one thing led to another. Fast forward 5 years. These two people go into business. Bam, they become multi-fucking millionaires. Okay. Now, let's rewind back to that time when he got robbed. Why was that meant to happen? Why was that meant to happen? We could speculate all day. We could sit there and say, oh, he's the poor, pitiful victim of this horrible thing that happened to him and traumatized him, and boo-hoo, you poor, pitiful thing, you boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. We could do that. We could also say, dude, if you hadn't got robbed, you never would have started going to Starbucks. And if you never started going to Starbucks, you never would have met this person and then ended up becoming a multimillionaire. So you being robbed was meant to happen to bump you onto the path of becoming a multimillionaire. We could speculate all day long, but guess whose decision that is to decide why that was meant to happen? That's his decision. He's the one who decides. Why was that meant to happen? That's up to him. You have no idea how many people are sitting around not paying attention to anything that's happened to them in their past, blocking things out, trying to forget about it. And a lot of those things were responsible for fucking awesome things happening, and they don't even realize it. There's also a lot of things from your past that have the potential, if you were to utilize the energy from that experience to create something new and fucking awesome. Requires conscious work and conscious effort, but you're the one who gets to decide. It's up to you to take a look back at your past and say, did that happen to me or did that happen for me? There is no right or wrong. Whichever one you choose to believe, you're right. Think about that. I've been using that. I've been using that since I lived under a bridge. It hasn't let me down since. All right. Next person coming in. Next person coming in. Next person due to come in. Let's see. How's that situation looking? What's the energy look like? All that good shit. Boom. 7 of Pentacles reversed. I hate to spoil it for you, but hang on. It's kind of telling me that you are giving up. Like you have your eye on somebody and you're giving up on that. Whoever it is that, because we're going to look at the singles here in a minute. It's almost going to spoil the singles reading, but it's if you have your eye on somebody, I don't think it's them that's coming in next. I don't think it is. We'll dig into that here in a minute, but Queen of Wands. Uh-oh. Damn, why are you so intimidating, Leo? Why are you so intimidating? Look at this shit. Why you got to intimidate people? See this right here? That's got Leo written all over it. Freaking them out a little bit, triggering their defenses. You know, like I don't know why it is that people are intimidated by strength, inner strength, and integrity. I'll never understand that. It doesn't make no sense to me. I think it's inspirational, but triggers this person's defenses a little bit. But at the same time, they don't want to miss a good opportunity because they have a lot of feelings for you. You just intimidate them a little bit. Woo! For those, man, 10 of Pentacles, though. Uh-oh, you and this person have a karmic contract. Looks like there's quite a bit of potential for success here, but it might have the potential. This connection is starting out leaning into the material, especially if one or the other of you is more blessed in the bank than your average person. I could see it starting off to be a materialistic type of connection. Nothing wrong with that as long as you cultivate the emotional side of it. There's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, this is going to be long term, though. This is going to be long term. You might as well kick your running shoes off. Kick your running shoes off and get comfy. You ain't going nowhere for a while. No. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Who else do I have here? Just Taurus. Okay. Well, let's see their feelings and intentions. Let's see. We shall see. We shall see, said the blind man to his deaf son. There it is again. So this person's a little bit materialistic. So if you happen to be more blessed in the bank than your average person, just watch out and be careful. Just keep an eye on them. I'm not saying that they're a bad person. Okay, there's nothing wrong with money. There is nothing wrong with material things, and there's nothing wrong with finances. But it's really, 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 really easy to get sucked in and focus on only the material and get distracted by only the material while you're neglecting everything else, the energy and the emotions and everything else. Just keep an eye on them. This person's a little bit materialistic. A little bit. Ace of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign for some of you, maybe. And they feel a connection with you too. They feel a connection with you too. I kind of feel like at one point, this person they had their options open. They were just kind of playing around. And they don't know why this connection with you feels stronger than the connection with everybody else. And I'll tell you why. It's because the two of you have a karmic contract, meaning unfinished business from a previous lifetime. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also could be a fellow Leo, but I think this is your energy here. I got 2 Cancer cards here as well. I got the Chariot reversed and the High Priestess. They got a lot of feelings for you, though, man. I think their intentions are good. I don't see, the only thing that kind of concerns me a little bit is that when you all first connected, this person was exploring all of their options. That's not a guaranteed deal breaker. But as long as they're willing to shut off all other options and focus on just you, then it's cool. And I feel like they're more than likely going to do that. Let's get the advice, because like I said, I already feel like it's going to be long term. What's the advice? Advice. Advice, 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 advice. This deck going to give me an attitude too? Communication. Make sure communication is fluent between the two of you. Monitor your vibration. Monitor your vibration. Be sure that you do not let a new connection distract you from any healing that needs to be done from the past. Just because you're in a new relationship does not mean that past energy, that energy isn't going anywhere. Any heartbreak or unfinished business or anger or resentment that you're carrying from the past, you ain't just going to shit that energy out like a turd. I got news for you. It ain't going nowhere. You're still holding it. It ain't ever going anywhere for the rest of your life. So just be sure that you're still working on any healing that needs to be done from the past, and communication, especially for the first 30 days. Communication, communication, communication. And relax. Relax and take it easy. Don't try too hard to control the situation. Don't try too hard to force things to happen a certain way. Relax and let things flow. And like I said, kick your running shoes off and get comfy. All right. Singles. Singles, singles. What's happening? The Devil card. Yeah, see. Sorry, like I said, I hate to spoil it for you, but it's looking like the person that you have your eye on, that already came out in the last one. I kind of feel like you're letting go of that. Some of you, it may get intimate with this person. That's about as far as it goes. With that Devil card there, 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's red flags like crazy that you ain't been seeing for whatever reason, whether they're just not even hitting your radar, or you just don't want to see him. Two of Swords. Nobody's making a decision here. Nobody's making a decision. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Page of Swords reversed. No. Tower. Told you. For some of you, okay, so there, I feel like there's kind of two storylines here, two main storylines. For some of you, it's going to get intimate. For some of you, you know, and I hate to say this, but especially, people get mad at me when I say this, but I don't give a fuck, dude. It's the truth. Especially if you are a lady dealing with a gentleman. If you think that hopping in bed with him is going to make him fall in love with you, you are sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not justifying any shitty behavior. But I'm telling you the truth. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fellas out there. Lots of fellas out there will stop at nothing. They have no limits to the smoke they will blow up your ass just to get a piece. It's mind-boggling, dude. I've sat back and watched it like, dude, how the fuck do you sleep at night? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? So, again, that's just a little side story. Just a little side story. Thank you, Karina, for that super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you. But I know it's not going to get intimate for all of you. It's not. But there's one group of you. Yep. You gonna hop up in the bed with this person, let them get a little piece, let them clap them cheeks, and then you gonna find out real quick that they don't give a fuck about anything else. This person's very inconsistent, and the tower is crashing and burning. Others of you who don't go that far with it, I kind of feel like somehow, some way, shape, form, or fashion, you're coming to the conclusion that that's really all this person cares about. Like they have no real desire for a genuine connection. And by the way, I've seen women do it too. So I'm not just picking on the fellas. I've seen women do it too. It's just the fellas tend to be worse. They tend to be worse about it, don't they? I've seen women do it too, though. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It don't matter for whatever reason, whatever trauma that you've been through, whatever heartbreak you've been through. There's lots of people out there, man, woman, doesn't matter, who, for whatever reason, say, you know what? Not getting in no relationship. Not doing it. We can fuck, and that's about it. That's about it. That's pure devil energy right there. Pure devil energy. But either way, a brief connection between the two of you, whether it's intimate or not, very brief, then the tower. Let's dig. I guess I don't know if this person's intentions need to be dug up. Kind of feels like we covered that already, but I guess let's see if anything else wants to come through. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Ah, yeah. See, 8 of Cups reverse. There's a past person involved here. Every time. Every time. Fool card. Player. Okay. Okay. So this person wants what we all want. The happy, successful, committed relationship. That's what they want. But let me use an analogy. Okay. We also all want to be millionaires, don't we? But just because you want to be a millionaire doesn't mean that going and robbing a bank is the right way to do it, right? It's kind of fucking stupid, isn't it? So just because you want a happy, successful, committed relationship doesn't mean that going and fucking around and playing games is how you're going to find it. All right? Same thing. So this person is carrying lots of past vibrational baggage from the last person they were in love with. And they're burying it. They're suppressing it. With the Ten of Wands and the Moon card. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's their main issue. That's their main issue. They're thinking, well, let me just go play as many games as I can, and then hopefully the universe will just bring me my person. I'm going to go out and fuck around and play games and fuck around and play games, and hopefully I'll just randomly run into my person while I'm out doing that. It's like, no, the fuck you won't. No, the fuck you won't. No, you won't. No, absolutely not. I don't think that needs advice. I don't think that needs advice. Let's just jump straight into the random advice, y'all. Random advice. Whatever random ass advice Leo needs to hear the most about anything, it don't matter. Random advice. Boom, boom. If it don't open, it ain't your door. So you all know my favorite analogy to use when teaching people how to develop their own relationship with the universe is knocking on doors. And that's an analogy. There, believe it or not, there have been people who think that I'm talking about a literal door. No, that's an analogy. I'm talking about a proverbial door. You must first walk up to the door and see if it triggers the motion sensor and gets it to open. If it doesn't, give the doorknob a turn. If it's locked, give the door a knock. This means take action towards something and see if that door opens. If it don't, back away. Now, that's just advice. You don't have to. Most people don't like that approach. Most people are impatient. They have no relationship with the universe and they're control freaks. So they kick the fucking door down. And then they wonder why there's so much drama and problems and issues in their life. It's like, well, if you wouldn't have kicked that fucking door down, if you wouldn't have done that, if you really want, now there's a time and a place for everything. Time and a place for everything. There is no one size fits all. Sometimes it's best to take the path of most resistance. Sometimes it's best to take the path of least resistance. I would like to think that our journey up the journey up the mountain is never going to be a path of no resistance ever. But when it comes to what level that you're going to make it to next, that door will open when it's time for you to pass through. Don't kick down doors that slam shut in your face. Pay attention to the universe and listen to the universe. If a door shuts, walk away from it. Period. Or else you're just going to keep looping in the same cycle over and over and over. 7 of Wands. Be picky and choosy who you connect with. If you take a look at the 5 people closest to you, ask yourself, why are you in my life? Is there an equal exchange, equal give and take exchange of value? Am I adding value to your life? Are you adding value to mine? Sadly, I know lots of people. I'm never going to drop names on my channel, but I know lots of people who are connected to fucking dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people for nothing. No point. You do nothing. You add no value to my life, and I add no value to yours. You know what we're connected for is because I need you to distract me from my own thoughts. That's a problem. I saw this post. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook might have seen this. I saw a post yesterday that said, "What is the scientific reason behind why highly intelligent people prefer to be alone?" And I don't always comment on things. I'm very picky and choosy what I comment on, but I wanted to put my 2 cents in on this. What is the scientific reason behind why highly intelligent people prefer to be alone? People who hate being alone have a problem with their own thoughts. So, most people who have a problem sitting with their own thoughts surround themselves with other people in order to distract themselves from their own thoughts. When you spend your whole life intentionally distracting yourself from your own thoughts, intelligence doesn't have time to cultivate. So it's not highly intelligent people that prefer to be alone. It's idiots who don't. All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback y'all still be showing me every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.